I looked at Final Fantasy 13 on Metacritic.
Yeah.
It comes up with Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles.
Nice. I love that game.
That game was pretty fun. See, that would be a pretty fun game to play with 3 people.
It is. I've done it. I have all the stuff we need for 4 players.
Yeah, except for the 4th person.
Except for a 4th person.
On Metacritic, the score for this game, overall 82.
What?
User scores 6.3.
How is it even a 6.3?
It's not.
Like, I don't understand video game scores. Like, in video game scores, like, the lowest you can do is, like, 5.
Well, Games Radar gave the game a 100.
Look up Sonic 06.
Wait, time out. I want to read the review for that. Read the review for 100.
So, they have an at-a-glance section.
Okay.
It has 3 pluses and 3 negs.
How's that a 10 out of 10?
Yeah, that's what I don't get. But still 5 stars, it's astonishing. So, the pluses. It's focused and streamlined action. No BS filler.
No BS filler! Thank you, Games Radar.
The prettiest console graphics of all time.
In all caps.
All caps.
Of all times and written up in
Of all
caps.
times.
I mean, at the time, that was very true.
Yes, but of all time? No. There are going to be games that are prettier than this.
Dude, of all time.
Lots to explore on Pulse.
Fuck!
Here are the
I don't like Pulse.
Here are the negs. Summons are kind of weak. Okay, that's naturally not that big of a deal.
That's fair, except summons are useless. They're fucking useless.
They're useless, but that's not that big of a deal.
Remember when they were the most powerful thing ever?
They were the best. Like
In
that's
10,
what you, like.
that was all I used pretty much.
Exactly. Like, the goal was to just keep getting you to summon gauge built up and then win. Like, that's how you won a fight.
Yeah, okay, the second con. Lightning is a boring character.
How dare they
How
say
dare
that?
Do they not understand that she's the greatest female character? of
How
all
can
time?
you give a game a 10 out of 10 when you say the main character is boring?
The first half may be too linear.
And the first half may be too linear for some. For some.
Hey, maybe the second half is too non-linear. Cause look at all this walking we're doing.
Oh god, no. Oh god, yes. No!
Alright. Okay, so here's the full review. It's hard to talk about Final Fantasy 13 without getting into a debate about what's an RPG should or shouldn't be. With a series as beloved and long-running as Final Fantasy, combined with its history of reinventing itself, or at the very least changing things up, with every major re-entry. What?
Dude, they rebuilt themselves every time.
That is pretty true, actually. Like,
They legitimately changed a lot of the systems.
Okay.
Remember the magic draw?
Okay.
Or remember hearing about the magic draw?
Okay, yeah, they have kind of fucked with magic a bunch. It's understandable that a lot of nervous hope rides on the first FF of the current gen. We all have our favorite game in the series, which we practically go to the death defending.
Apparently theirs is Final Fantasy 13.
So it makes sense the fan expectations of Final Fantasy
God,
13
just
vary widely too. So wait,
go heal him!
the entirety of the Final Fantasy franchise on the PS3 and the Xbox 360 is Lightning.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That is true.
There's Final Fantasy 14 as well, but that's an MMO. I don't see how that really applies well.
Yeah, 14 doesn't count.
Which was a huge train wreck, but now it's actually decent.
I heard the
Yeah, the
one that's out now
re-release of
really
it is
good.
actually
the
good.
re-release.
The re-release I heard is really good.
They launched it and they're like, wow,
This
we
was-
need to redo the whole game.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I heard. I heard the initial one was awful, but a bunch of my forum friends played the,
the new
No, I watched it. It looks cool.
yeah, apparently it's way better.
So it follows then that since the Japanese release, fan reactions to certain aspects of Final Fantasy 13 has been mixed. If you're reading this, you've probably already skimmed through many a knee-jerk reaction forum posts of rage that made you anxious to see the reality of the final product for yourself. So let's get right to it.
We're seeing the final product. It's right here in front of us.
Yes, the first 25 hours of the game are totally linear.
The first.
Oh my god.
Really? I didn't notice.
This is the main point that causes some otherwise sane people to lose their freaking gourds.
We're not sane, guys.
Oh, god damn. At the very beginning, the first few hours we're taking 2D side-scroll levels of linearity. We're talking 2D levels of linearity. Walking forward, fight some dudes, walk forward a few more steps, and fight some more dudes. The path might curve a bit from time to time and have little offshoots that contain treasure chests, but that's the extent of it. But listen, it's awesome! Really! Exclamation point.
It's awesome, guys. Really.
There's no need to fall into a pit of despair and fanboy rage just yet. Unless you're an utterly unreasonable person, then by all means go ahead. 25 hours, a day's worth of time before it gets good. But you're just unreasonable.
Why can't the game be good now?
Dude, we're at like 30-something hours. The game should be good.
We're
Final
actually
Fantasy-
at like 23 hours.
This is where it's supposed to get good, is here.
Here, this area.
So
this
isn't-
area.
This isn't getting good.
This is...
We were supposed to take longer in the grind place.
Fuck that.
I'm just telling you guys, that's probably where we were supposed to probably spend another hour or two fighting.
Yeah, but we did it here when you spent 2.5 hours running around.
And dying. We weren't leveling up really.
Heal lightning!
There's no need to. Okay, I already did that. The Final Fantasy series has never truly given the player freedom in a role-playing sense. And every major plot point in each Final Fantasy story, Final Fantasy XI.
What's he saying?
Accepted.
Accepted.
Or
Okay, yeah, accepted.
exempt.
Exempt.
Final Fantasy XI exempt from the story.
Yeah. I don't know why I can't read exempt.
Oh, I read it accepted, and I'm like, wait, that's wrong.
Except there's no M in it, which there should be.
There's a what?
And
It's spelt wrong.
it's spelled wrong. Exempt has an M in it.
Yeah.
This is EXCEPTED.
Good job, Games Radar.
Exempted, obviously. Has 100% fixed. Final Fantasy XIII simply takes it a step further, streamlining the formula into a more controlled, more focused experience. And in the end, it's not wildly different than the structure of Final Fantasy X.
But Final Fantasy X was fun to
Incredibly
play.
fun.
Like, it had a good fight system.
You want to know what this fight system is?
Here.
Spin hacks.
Let me do it. I'll do it louder.
Careful, Jay. Play better. You might lose.
I'm sorry, I'm not mashing X hard enough.
I wish that at least did something. I wish that, like, if you mashed X, you, like, went a little... Like, anything.
The bar goes up a little faster. It would just be a mashing game, and everyone would have carpal tunnel syndrome.
Alright. The upside down to the structure is that the pacing is fantastic.
Fuck that!
Oh my god!
The pacing is fantastic, which is why it takes 25 hours to get started.
From the first moments of the opening sequence, you feel really swept up in the story and action in a way that's completely unprecedented in a JRPG.
Oh,
What?
Your mom died.
His mom died! Like, that was...
There's no lengthy, tedious, expository opening cutscene where you watch the characters from afar and wait for the actual game to start.
Yes, there is.
that very much happens.
Several
Instead-
times.
Instead, you're right there with Lightning and Zaz in the thick of the action as they throw themselves desperately into an us-against-world fight to survive.
Did that fight take how long we've been reading?
Yes! It did! That one fight took as long as we were reading.
The downside is the any pretense of freedom, i.e. the ability to diddle around exchanging pleasantries with NPCs and walking into strangers' houses.
I refuse.
It's
I can't do this. I refuse to do that.
What? You've only been
I
playing
know,
for an hour!
I'm not doing that.
It's completely gone. But considering that our protagonists are outlaws fighting for their lives against an all-powerful, corrupt government, it makes perfect sense that they make a beeline for safety, rather than leisurely exploring.
I got past the fights.
They have a picture of a man punching a woman, and having a comic speech bubble of her saying, "But RPGs are exploratory," but getting cut off in the middle of exploratory.
Oh,
That doesn't help you make a game look good.
No, it looks great. See? Punching women. It's great.
And other thing. Final Fantasy XIII's control structure makes it such that no suspension of disbelief is needed for the sake of the gameplay.
What?
No suspension of disbelief.
How did you do that so quickly?
How?
He just ran away from the fight.
I quit the fight and went to a different fight.
You can flee?
No. I just hit start and went to
I
retry.
see.
And it spawned me on the other side of that fight. So I'm like, oh, I'll just keep going then. Oh my god, cutscene.
Okay, well, I'll wait to finish reading this because it has an as in. Because it wants to explain itself.
You gotta be ready to drop by now. Don't overdo it. I won't. I know my.
The black strip of corn is a plant?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Video.
How's the tough guy?
Hey, who's the tough guy now? Hey.
Oh, this little
What was that?
12-year-old is
That's
telling
the
me about
boss.
Ran Coast Falsi.
Oh, never mind.
Used to see it flying around all the time.
And they said it had a home. Somewhere near Alba.
So that's good news, right?
Wait, Erba?
Stay on its tail.
But it's spelled with an O at the beginning.
Let's follow it.
Why? Why are we following it?
Because it'll take them to Erba.
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 There wasn't an N in that, or
Oh.
R in that sentence. It was E-O.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was an O. That's what I said. Why aren't they pronouncing the O? When has O ever been silent?
I don't
Man,
know
if
what
only
to
I could
tell you.
teleport like they promised I could.
Okay, I'm gonna keep reading.
Go.
So no suspension or disbelief is needed for the sake of gameplay. As in, absolutely everything you do makes sense in the context of the story.
Wow.
It makes sense that the first half of the game would be fairly linear. After all, you're inside a relatively tiny hollowed-out moon-like satellite called Cocoon. It says it's moon-like,
What?
and it's hollowed. So wouldn't that mean there's a bunch of pathways, like the Death Star?
No,
Wasn't-
that doesn't make any sense.
Like, there would be hallways and shit in the Death Star, but there are elevators and side pathways, there are detention levels, there's trash shit.
Wasn't Cocoon the planet?
It's a moon-like planet,
It's a moon like.
but it's a satellite.
Wait.
Like, Grand Pulse is the planet.
It is?
That's where you are now, right?
Yeah.
No.
No,
Wait,
no,
yeah.
No, we're on.
No, we're
yes.
on Grand Pulse.
Yeah, we're on Grand Pulse.
Like, I'm pretty sure this is the planet. Cocoon
What's
is-
Eden then?
Eden.
Eden.
What is Eden?
Eden was that thing that they were like, we gotta go there to go stop the Pope.
No, that was on Cocoon. Eden was like the city on Cocoon. Or Eden is.
No, it was like a flying thing in the sky.
Really? Shit, I don't know. Look.
I think.
Okay, remember, this is supposed to be moon-sized, so it is fairly large.
No, moon size means very small hallways, and everything's a robot.
Everything is a robot.
Everything is kind of a robot. So yeah, Cocoon, which like its name suggests, fairly cozily houses its inhabitants. Wide open spaces simply wouldn't fit. Wait, isn't the beginning of the game, they're at like a beach, and there's just this thing in the water?
It's a pulse fallacy.
No, there's no wide open spaces besides that beach.
That has
There
pulse-
are
Hey,
that
hey,
has
no
a pulse
wide
velocity.
open spaces.
Except also the major city where they were fighting as well. Remember?
There are no wide open spaces on the moon. The moon has no wide open spaces.
Oh, that sucks.
Furthermore, Cocoon's cramped interior makes it all the more impactful when you do venture down to Grand Pulse, the lush green planet below.
Okay, we were kind of amazed when we saw that we weren't in a hallway.
Yeah.
Now it sucks.
But
It sucks
it's still...
so bad.
But, okay, the one map we saw, that I came out to, was an actual map. But whenever we went off into the little stuff, those were still hallways.
But it's still like this big. Oh, so far it's actually been just. We don't know if it's a big like entangled net hallway system. We haven't seen all of it.
no,
I'll
but-
give it the benefit. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, saying that it might be more open than we're looking at it. But
No,
it's too big.
I'd say
No, it's just too bullshit. Is what it is.
Yeah.
the map, that big map I came out to, that was a big whiteout map. I think that it just leads out to a bunch of little corridors.
Okay.
Like the map transitions into corridors, which is what happened to me when I started doing the side missions.
The side missions that we finally stopped doing.
Well, we're no longer able to do it. Like we were beaten.
Okay, so where Cocoon was claustrophobic and linear, Pulse's arc-lit steep is wide open, with more than enough area to explore.
Oh my god, do we get a chocobo?
I guess we're gonna get a chocobo.
Thank god. We're walking so much.
Yeah. So where are the towns? It's not so much that Final Fantasy XIII doesn't have towns, but
Yes,
rather,
no, it doesn't.
rather, it doesn't have the usual JRPG structure of town, dungeon, boss, repeat.
It just has dungeon.
It has towns. They're just in a little screen box thing. Where you
They're in
save-
the TV.
Yeah, they're in the TV thing. That you just find everywhere.
Yeah.
He calls that the towns.
Who?
No, that's
we're
what I'm
that.
calling towns.
No, well, like, you're right. This game is literally just dungeon. Dungeon. There is no, like, relaxed time of, oh, I'm gonna go chat with people in the town.
Because those are what cutscenes are for.
Yeah.
Oh, there are
You're
towns.
gonna,
in
you're gonna
Final
fight it.
Fantasy
Oh, you made it.
You made it past it. Oh, there are towns in Final Fantasy XIII. The beautiful beach town of Bodum and the abandoned overgrown Oerba, or Erba. For example.
Wait. Before we talk about Erba, the beach town of Bodum, isn't
We
that the
never
town?
got there.
No, we did. Isn't that the town
That's
where?
the town on Cocoon.
And that's the town where Snow was basically like, I am a pulse mousy, and just
That was it. Yeah.
shot his gun into the air.
So the cutscene.
I'm gonna kill you all!
The cutscene.
No, then we fought the police.
Yeah, but I mean. That
And
was,
then Hope did the uppercut.
Yeah, that's when we started to like it.
But these are
God,
not
I wish
RPG towns.
I wish we hadn't ever liked it, because then we probably would have quit around that time.
Okay, so not entirely.
You're not there yet.
Not entirely dissimilar to real life, RPG towns have threefold purpose: to provide respite from the dangerous outside world, to hide the NPC that will help progress your quest, and to provide
I'm so sick of
various
everything.
retail establishments for your shopping needs. The first two functions are made obsolete by the structure of the game.
They're made obsolete.
Because no one's ever going to want those.
Because yeah, you're not gonna want to go and explore a town and compare like actual good loot. That
There
doesn't
is
need-
no, but see,
But
they
that
got rid
doesn't
of
need
loot.
to be
Loot
leveled
is
up.
obsolete.
It's obsolete.
Because you level up an item. Which is so dumb. Like, it would... Okay, leveling up an item would be alright.
If it was done in like the many RPGs that have level like item leveling and it's done well and interesting.
Or like
But it
Dark
was-
Souls, where all items are pretty much equal.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
no.
but that's a whole different thing.
But
Well,
that
they
has
feel
different
super
moves.
different.
Yeah, they have different move sets. And that...
It wouldn't.
Matters.
It doesn't work in a turn base.
But
But
not
it doesn't matter in this where... Yeah, it's turn-based.
Exactly. Like you couldn't have that in a turn-based.
I didn't say you could. I said it was a good. It's a good RPG system.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Having
Dark
all
Soul-
weapons the same, then there's no item progression. Item progression. Loot is one of the biggest driving factors in a JRPG.
No, he's saying different move sets are good in an RPG.
I mean, but that's.
It's not a JRPG.
Or not in a JRPG, in an RPG.
Oh yeah, in an action RPG.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I was saying.
That's what he was saying.
That's totally different. We're talking about JRPGs.
Yeah,
here.
no, we're saying
Dark
that's
Souls-
why they
I
can't
was
do
just
that.
running it up.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, no.
Why? There's no point to. It's totally different.
There's a point to everything.
Well, no, but that's where it'd be a good
God
idea to
damn
have-
it! This is the first hallway.
It is. We're going literally all the way back to where we started.
But that's
We
where it's
came
like,
all the way back
Good.
to do nothing. I want to just. We did nothing.
We have.
and this is where it gets good.
This is where it gets good. It's gonna be good. Right around this corner, around this group of enemies that you have to fight.
We literally that whole walk down, like those were all. I mean, that was stuff We did nothing. They like talked a little bit, and then they saw the pulse fal'Cie. That's literally the only thing that happened.
Also, there's a picture of some of the enemies that we've been fighting in the area. They're like, there are no random encounters, so you can avoid enemies whenever you like to avoid battle fatigue. We've done that.
We do that all the time.
We do that all the time. But that's not good in a JRPG.
Hey, if you don't want to fight the enemies, you might have a problem with your formula.
No, I will. Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger had a combat system. Enemies were on the screen, and you fought them in like the level where you encountered them, and it was the most fucking awesome
But no,
system ever.
I'm saying if you don't want to fight the enemies.
Yeah. If you don't want to fight them, that's bad. You
People
should
bypass
want.
enemies all the time. I mean,
For like speed runs and doing other goals. But if
I
like,
bypass enemies all the time.
but it's like if your enemies aren't
Yeah.
fun to fight.
But okay, you were saying it was awesome in Chrono Trigger.
Yes.
You probably didn't skip many fights in Chrono Trigger.
I skipped a bunch of fights in Chrono Trigger.
Oh, because I heard in Chrono Trigger, they did a really good job of making it so if you fought all the enemies, you were properly leveled.
I mean, I never felt under leveled in the game, and I would skip fights all the time.
Yeah.
But I also would explore the entirety of a level, and enemies would.
So you would
but there
probably,
are unskippable fights.
Well, of course there are.
Yeah.
okay, then you probably ended up fighting some enemies multiple times.
Oh yeah.
Then yeah, you.
But I
So-
also skip fights all the time.
But okay, you skipped fights, but you also redid some fights.
I'm saying if your fights are not fun, there's a problem.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, that's what he was
I'm
saying.
not arguing with that. I'm just saying, not every fight has to be fun. Like
No, but the general.
What is this?
The
Who is
general.
this? Why haven't we talked? Where are you from? Who the fuck are you?
I thought we were going back. Where are we? I don't know where we are. Why are
Mission
you,
command.
why are you taking a mission? This ended so poorly last time.
Dude, it's all the way back here.
Just walk away. But like, if the general combat is not fun, there's a problem.
If people want to skip 95% of your fights, there is a problem.
If combat only happens when you say shit, I didn't skip the fight.
Okay.
It's like Devil May Cry 2. Devil May Cry like 1 and 3, you're like, yeah, time for a fight. Devil May Cry 2, you're like,
Alright, I'm gonna keep reading, okay?
Okay.
So,
No, there's a cutscene.
oh goddamn, there's a cutscene.
This might just be an area change.
Or a scene transition, I'm
I
not
think
sure.
it's a transition because it's doing the load.
Nope.
Wait?
No, the scene transitions are like this.
Okay.
No, you're right.
Continue, Nathan.
Okay, so the first two functions of towns are made obsolete. Yeah, you don't need the respite from battle anymore, because you can just dodge enemies.
We don't need the respite from battle.
I
And,
need a respite. I
and
need a
because
respite from this fucking game.
and because we're outlaws and we don't talk to people, we don't have to go find NPCs that are hidden in towns to advance quests.
Oh, except for the Pope.
Except for
We need to go find the Pope at some point.
But that wasn't in the town.
Wait, who's this person?
This is like the.
I think this may have been what I did. I think this.
This
was
is the one that sent him, or he walked by it.
Oh nope, this is a different one.
This is the one he walked
Dude,
by.
Kaiser Behemoth.
Okay, so Final Fantasy XIII takes care of the last necessity that's usually provided by towns, which is shops.
What
We're
is
going all the way over there.
What is this thing? What is this?
What?
This is a thing, guys. There's a thing here.
It's just an X circle thing.
There's
There's
a
just-
large X.
Look how big this area is.
Whatever. So
Just go.
it has a
I don't know
wide
where to go.
selection
Where
of
am I going?
virtual
You're going
shops
to the yellow dot.
available at every save
Oh,
point,
boom.
Oh,
Wait, there's a
which
thing.
are mercifully plentiful, by the way. Except it doesn't matter if there are save points everywhere, because you can just retry a fight and you spawn outside the fight.
Or then you can walk away from it.
Yeah. Virtual shops were a welcome change in Crisis Core, and again in Final Fantasy XIII provide a streamlined, functional, time-saving solution.
Wait. Did they bring up Crisis Core?
Yes.
Crisis Core is an action RPG, more like Kingdom Hearts.
Yup. Hey guys, I think this is the thing we have to fight.
We're not. No, the thing you have to fight's to your left.
Wait, really? Oh shit, you're right. Where is it? Oh,
It's right there.
that doesn't look very intimidating.
And it's not like the shops are bland despite being reduced
At
to
least it's-
menus.
Hold on. At least it's one enemy.
Yeah.
Oh, I should leave it.
So, shops aren't bland, despite being menus.
Oh,
Far from it. The shop menus, like all of Final Fantasy XIII menus, are lovely.
Yeah. Look at the Crisarium. It looks really beautiful.
Each shop has its own sounds, logos, and even punchy consumerism celebratory flavor text to describe each retailer. At Unicorn Mart, your health is our business. Our expert pharmacists are standing by day and night to send you whatever you need whenever you need it. Still miss those towns? Then they have a pixel dog with the glasses coming down saying deal with it.
Oh my god, I hate whoever wrote that. Like I don't just.
Let's
I'm
see if there's
angry
a
at
name.
them.
No. Finish the thing.
I
before-
think
Oh,
they're
no,
a
that's
bad
only like a
person.
third of the way through it.
Holy
Oh my
shit!
god! Keep going.
He's really defending this game.
Carolyn
She.
Goodmanson. I hope I said
She's
that
in
right.
denial. She's in denial.
I don't think she's played a good RPG.
She must have never played.
No,
it.
no. She must have. So much is writing on this that she just brainwashed herself into thinking this is a good game.
This is her big break in the game journalism industry.
Now on to the battle system.
Thank you.
A mix of old and new, Final Fantasy XIII takes the active time battle system the series has been known for since Final Fantasy IV,
One of the things I really hate about Final Fantasy.
and adds a totally new
Most games
twist,
it's not that bad.
the paradigm system.
This one is the worst. This is the worst thing that's ever existed.
The paradigm system is a great middle ground solution because it allows you to
Oh,
command.
what's going on?
It's
It allows you
transforming.
to command every member of your party, albeit not directly, while still keeping the battles fast paced.
You
Oh.
can command every member of your party without the paradigm
Oh, I
system.
can't cast spells.
You got fogged. So stop trying to heal.
What do I do?
Go to
There. Go to aggress. Commandos, I guess.
or abilities maybe, I don't know.
Cerberus.
That's not working out very well. This is not going away, by the way. I don't know what to do. Like, I can't.
Okay, it's going away.
There, it's gone.
Each party member can specialize in several of 6 roles. Just say can specialize in 3 of 6 roles initially. And just leave it at that.
I don't know what he's gonna do. Oh, he's coming for me. He's coming for me.
Commandos and Ravagers attack. Medics heal. Synergists buff the party with status boosts. Saboteurs buff the enemy with status afflictions. And Sentinels defend. That is an awful description of Saboteurs.
What
Saboteurs
is it?
buff the enemy with status affliction.
What? Does that has
Buff
that person
the
ever
enemy
u-
with
ever
status
used English
affliction.
words?
No, that works because afflictions is a negative word.
Yeah.
But you should just say you debuff the enemy and make them weaker.
They buff the enemy with afflictions.
Buff.
Oh
buff
my
is
God,
a positive.
It happened again. What is? He just one shot Snow.
Buff is a positive word.
Buff is a positive word. They try and make it negative with affliction, which is a negative word. But it doesn't work because buff comes first. So you're expecting,
And then Sentinels defend.
Sentinels defend, and that's it.
Sentinel stands still. It's,
Like, look at him. Look at Snow. Look how good he's standing still. I love how your party is split up. That is literally
This
the
is-
best formation
this is
we've
literally
ever
the only
seen.
time it's ever happened.
And now it's ruined because you started melee.
Oh God! I have to stagger him.
Snow's about to die.
I know, but I
Oh,
can't do
shit.
anything.
You're fogged.
Okay. A paradigm is a set of roles for the 3 active party members that determines how each character functions in battle.
Oh, he did it again! He's gonna keep casting it.
Yeah, looks like you're potioning.
Each role is extremely specific in what it can do.
Wait, do I have a? Can I summon?
Yeah, you
Yeah, you can summon. Odin, save us!
Boom! This is the first time I've ever a summon was ever a good idea.
Yeah. Okay.
Continue.
Each role is extremely specific in what it can do. Medics can only provide healing, and commandos can only attack. Nothing else. That's not a good thing.
Yeah, that's.
Like, you should want a little bit of something to go along.
So how does this work again?
You attack until you get stalled. Oh, it's dead.
What? Just what?
It's dead.
I just
It's
died.
dead.
He killed it.
Odin murdered it.
Apparently Odin is strong.
Is Odin strong now? Is that a thing? You guys, by the way, Odin's strong now. What?
During battle, you always have an active paradigm in place, which you can change whenever you want by hitting
Jump it.
L1 or left bumper to bring
How?
up your
How?
paradigm deck.
You can see the bottom
Wait,
of that water.
It's called paradigm deck?
A paradigm deck?
That's what all your paradigms are called, like, for your party.
I don't know. Is it? I don't fucking know.
That's what it's called, apparently.
Where's my goal? Where's my destination?
It's that arrow!
It's that yellow thing.
So it's a big black thing.
No, it's the
It's-
little yellow circle.
Just follow the yellow arrow!
Just follow the yellow arrow.
Is the moon? Am I going towards the moon?
That's Cocoon.
That's Cocoon? Oh, it does
That's
have a moon.
Cocoon.
Cocoon's a moon.
Okay. Fair enough.
So, building a paradigm deck with a variety of offensive and defensive paradigms allows you to respond strategically to dynamic battle conditions. That makes it seem like you're collecting, like, you collect...
Dude, collect your awesome battle cards.
Yeah, you collect, like, the battle card to
What
make...
was that game where you like actually used cards and you like your cards would like summon creatures and shit? And it was really cool.
Ooh.
You know what I'm talking about? It was like an RPG. Like you could like attack with swords and stuff, but then you could like summon monsters and some of the cards like buffed you and turned you into a big monster. You know what I'm talking about? And I forget how you collected cards. It was back when we rented games. It was like in middle school, maybe even elementary.
I didn't know you guys in middle school.
No,
Yeah.
I know that. I'm aware of that. Fact.
What system was it for?
Maybe GameCube. Yeah, it would be before.
I
Yeah,
know
I
that-
played it once and I didn't have an Xbox. Maybe PS2.
I
GameCube
know
or
there's
PS2.
Bait Katos, whatever it's called.
What is going on? No, I refuse. I'm getting away. I'm not. I don't care what's in that chest. I really don't.
Wait, you need to go that way.
But I don't remember Bait and Katos ever having monsters, like, in the cards. You just have
That kind of
weapons.
sounds familiar.
I just remember there being weapon cards, and you
Was
can
it
collect
only
item
weapons?
cards.
Because I remember like it was like a card-based system. I thought it was really cool because it was like I don't know, really different.
Speaking of that, you know the Paper Mario games?
Yeah.
You know the new one on 3DS?
It was like the stickers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ignored it.
Is that
You
good?
you collect the stickers
Yeah.
to do your attacks.
I remember you explaining it to
There,
me.
there's no levels.
Yeah, that's retarded. That's just flat stupid. That's like
That that makes Super Paper Mario look like a really fun RPG,
I know, right?
even though it's an action
Why
platformer.
couldn't they just leave Paper Mario alone? Like,
Because everyone gives Nintendo shit for not changing anything.
We at least we still have Mario and Luigi.
but like, why couldn't you just leave Paper Mario alone? Like that old Britney video. It's like, leave Paper Mario alone.
Continue.
For weaker enemies, it's often smartest just to go in guns blazing with commandos and ravagers. Tougher enemies and bosses require careful strategy though, like beginning with the synergist and saboteur to buff, and then quickly switching back and forth among offensive, defensive, and balanced
What is
party
going on?
What's
formations.
this fog?
I
Uh,
refuse to deal with this bullshit.
Bosses get incredibly tough towards the end of the game, and on higher ranking side missions, so it's often necessary to try out a few
Oh,
different
we're
approaches.
fucked. Oh my god. Oh my god.
This is a dead end.
This is a total.
This
death.
is a dead end.
No! Wait, they don't
Leave.
see me. They don't see me.
Leave.
They don't see me.
Leave.
They don't see. Oh my god!
How?
You
How?
Oh my god!
How?
How did you not get hit there? But
Where was? How do I get there?
You have to go around the bottom side of the mountain.
Fuck.
each role has a secondary attribute to consider as
You
well.
shouldn't be this pissed to have to explore in a game, you know?
Yeah, I know.
You should be this pissed to
Well,
be fighting.
you weren't. I told Jay about this. I don't know if you heard it, but they put in a picture with a guy just punching a woman in black, it's black and white, and the woman has one of those comic book speech bubbles that says, "But RPGs are about exploration," but it cuts off in the middle of exploration because she's getting punched.
Just go. Fuck it. Go around.
I can beat this guy.
No,
No,
you
I can't.
can't.
I believe in the heart of the cards.
There are no cards in this game. Oh wait, there's a
This
paradigm deck.
I believe in my paradigm deck.
Dude, draw the right paradigms.
Okay, so let's see.
Wait, first get a Librahim.
He has a foot stomp attack that just
Yeah,
damages
that's all he
everyone.
does. He just does that. Alright, here we go. Dude, he's weak to water. I got this.
Ice.
He's
He
only-
has 950,000 health.
I lost. Dude, he's only level 5 though.
He's only at level 5. He's only level 5. He has 950,000 HP.
Let's see here.
And he does 600 to 700 damage to my entire party every
Every
5
attack.
seconds.
Each role has a secondary attribute to consider as well that affects the whole team. For example, having a comrade in your active paradigm boosts
Commando.
everyone's attack stat.
Commando.
Or commando. Yeah, commando in your active paradigm boosts everyone's attack stat. While medic lowers the team's attack but boosts healing.
What?
What? That can't be a thing.
That's
It's a
dumb.
thing. I remember. You could actually see that when you pick the classes.
So,
If you have a team of medics, you lose percentage of attack.
But you get better heals. So having double medic makes your single heals better, but you're also healing more at the same time. So it's kind of pointless.
let's see.
Hey.
So really, we should have a double heal like thing.
Yeah, double
Double
heal
heal
and sentinel. Yeah.
Yeah, would be the best thing to do.
Which is why I said get rid of Staz like an hour ago.
But then who do we replace it with?
Vanille,
You want to try that?
it's your choice. You do have to level everyone up.
Go to Paradigm to do it.
Paradigms.
And then Battle Team. So,
We'll try this. What you got? She got Ravager. She doesn't have Commando. We got you up Commando.
in this way, the system nudges you to take calculated risks as much as possible rather than always playing it safe.
Alright, so
Yeah, why didn't you take any calculated risks while you were dying? Why'd you only do Sentinel?
Yeah.
Alright, we got. Oh, wait, what
Okay,
over here?
wait, go back to that.
What?
Click it.
Press A.
Press
Or X.
press X. Go to the character or the class thing. So it just says augmented healing.
That's all it says.
That's all it says.
Improve.
Improved chaining. And
Yeah,
augmented
it doesn't
attacks.
say anything.
Build. It's so dumb. It
For
doesn't
your
actually.
whole party.
Alright, do I need to make any others?
Commando,
Yes,
Commando,
but
Ravager.
Boosted
Oh, yeah.
healing or whatever does not say reduced attack.
Okay.
Sentinel, Medic, Medic. Sentinel, Commando, Medic. Commando, Ravager, Ravager.
Oh,
Okay.
here we go. No. Yeah.
What are you going for?
Saboteur, command, no. Saboteur, sentinel, commando.
Okay.
Fighting aggressively can earn decisive victories, but if you're not careful, it could also lead to needless KOs. And if you're too conservative, you'll end up drawing out a battle for long minutes that could have been won in mere seconds. Okay, I kind of do that, but
ATB level. Oh, wait, we already got that. Going the other way.
Oh, what's this?
Curasa?
Curasa.
It's supposed to be Kiraja. Ja is after God, not Sa.
What is Sa anyway?
Sa is nothing. It's Ja.
It's-
Cura, Curaga, Curaja.
I've never heard of Ja.
Ja is always the ultimate form.
I'm saying that, but I mean, I've only played Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles to the end.
Okay. Ja is the ultimate form of healing. It is your Curaja is just full heal. It's just alright, boom, max health.
Now there's Saw, alright?
Now there's Sa. Everything that happens makes me angry.
I wish you can get another accessory slot.
Alright, let's go Saboteur.
Okay.
Let's see what we can get here.
You only directly control the team leader, who also has access to items which can be used anytime for no ATB cost, as well as techniques and summons, which both use technical
Okay.
points.
I like that. Poison.
Poison's nice.
They haven't talked about the stuns at all yet, which is the only good thing.
What should we increase?
Dude, Fear Siphon. It's the same thing as Life Siphon.
Is
Just
it?
lesser. On Stagger.
God damn.
Okay. So yeah, they don't talk about the staggering at all. Which is actually a pretty key point.
The stagger is the only well, the combat in stagger. Okay, sentinel.
I mean, the stagger's a good idea. Like, you attack the enemy enough to push them off their guard.
Counter.
So you
You
get
have
to
to
do...
evade though.
You have to what?
You have to evade to counter.
I've seen him do some dodges.
Alright. Let's see how this.
Oh, look at them. They're biting each other's butts. They're directly in your way.
Okay, now it goes on to summons. The summon system falters a bit despite having some cool ideas, and 2 brand new summons called Eidolons, and summons are called Eidolons now instead of being
That's
called
cutscene.
summons.
You're gonna take forever to read this.
Where it's actually, yeah.
So
We're like halfway.
here's what I'm saying. As soon as he
2/3.
finishes that, we're done with this game.
Okay.
Okay.
So next time.
Yeah, whatever that is.
That'll be when you come back from sea.
Yeah, fine.
That was a great cutscene!
Exactly. Continue. That literally was the cutscene. He said, "Hey, over here, in the only direction we could go."
Okay. The main attraction is that each party member can only summon his or her own Eidolon, and only the leader can summon. So if you want to see all 6 Eidolons, you have to be vigilant about switching up your party.
Which is an awful system, by the way. It's just so bad.
Yeah.
Remember when you had one summoner named Yuna who...
And Yuna was a beast, and like the thing was.
Oh
you had
no,
to
no, no!
protect-
Yuna was weak as fuck.
Exactly.
Her summons.
That's what the point was to protect Yuna, so you could charge up her summon bar, and then just.
Drop the nuke.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he like this? It's a cave.
This can be problematic because there's no practical purpose for messing with your team that much other than to see all the Eidolons. After a while, you'll probably decide not to bother with summons at all, especially since they're not powerful enough to really be essential in battle.
Except for when Odin just beasted that guy.
That was really weird, because you guys know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
Dude, it's robots!
We're back to robots. Thank God. I was getting sick of fighting living creatures.
They sucked. They were all
Oh
slimes.
God, I don't know where everything is now.
On the plus side, each Eidolon is kind of like a 2-for-1 deal, since they all have 2 forms. A standalone form, where they attack autonomously alongside the summoner, and a Gestalt form, where the summoner literally rides the Eidolon and they attack together. And
Yeah.
It's just boring as fuck.
Remember that wall?
Yeah, the wall. Oh yeah, the story. In typical Final Fantasy fashion, the story oscillates between complete clarity and total convolution at various points.
Really? There's any point where it's.
I'm sick of this music. I'm so sick of it.
But aside from some potentially confusing terminology to start out, Lassie, Falsey, Seath, Sanctum, Psycom, Final Fantasy XIII story is surprisingly straightforward.
What was Sanctum again?
I think Sanctum is the church.
No, Sanctum was. I don't know what Sanctum is. I don't
No,
know.
Sanctum is what I was calling Eden. It was that big thing.
Yeah, okay, cool. So it was like the. Yeah, okay.
So it's the Vatican
Yeah.
place.
But it's in the sky.
And I don't think Psycom's very hard. Isn't that just their police force
That's just
thing?
the police force.
The police force that use their mana drives.
Without spoiling too much, the basic gist is this. The small floating society of Cocoon lives in fear of Pulse, the mysterious planet below. And the sphere is perpetuated by the all-powerful government, which is actually controlled by ultra-powerful higher beings called the Fal'Cie. Fal'Cie exist on both Cocoon and Pulse, and they exert their power by branding humans as Lassie, servants to carry out their bidding. Lassie are bound to carry out this mission given to them by the Fal'Cie, called a focus.
Hold on. That doesn't sound confusing.
No,
Let's
that-
see, Fal'Cie, see.
That's total clarity
It's
right
just
there.
all those words sound so similar that it causes
Dude,
problems.
I think we just got a weapon.
What does it matter?
We get weapons kind of all the time, but they're just kind
Dude, we
of...
got the hot eclair.
What does Stagger Lock do?
I don't know.
Prevent staggering of enemies.
What?
god.
Wait, what do we have?
If they don't complete the focus,
Wait,
within a certain amount of time, they'll turn into undead monsters called Seath. If they do complete it, their fate isn't much better. They turn into lifeless crystals indefinitely.
Except for the people in the story who aren't lifeless crystals anymore.
dude, I'm gonna just use the lifesaver. It's just better.
What's the damage though?
Oh, I didn't look at the damage.
It drops the damage by like 70
That's-
points.
Well, what are its things? We might just upgrade that.
Look at low. Okay, it has proved raise and low HP. When you're at low health, you do more damage. That doesn't really matter.
That's below 10% health, that doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. It's not that much. Yeah.
I mean, it's okay.
It's the only thing that
You
matters.
would
is
have to
raise,
level it up to make it
But
better.
raise is it doesn't matter. This,
So,
just never mind. Nothing fucking
No.
matters. There's no point to anything, is there?
We need
Li-
to level up our weapons and armor soon.
Lightning and company have all been turned to Lucy and unclear on which side they should be fighting for. They
Really?
struggle with the dilemma of whether to complete their focuses or attempt to fight against their fate.
What's
But-
their focus?
But you just said they don't know.
What's their focus?
They're unclear on. Okay. I think their focus is to kill all the Fal'Cie and bring about God.
It's a very demanding higher being.
Above.
But
It has a
no one-
picture
like,
of
they never
Zaz
actually,
and
like, find this
Vanilla.
out. Like,
Zaz
just-
is easily the most likable character.
What's up? What happens is like when they all find out they're like Lassie, they're just like, oh no, what does this mean? And then like just one person's like, we should probably have to destroy Cocoon. And he's like, yeah. And everyone's like, that's awful, but let's do it. That's what happened.
No, Snow was like, no, we're meant to save Cocoon.
But yeah, but that's really what happens. Like half the people are like, we gotta destroy Cocoon. That's awful. And the other people are like, and then Snow, it's actually just Snow. It's like, no, we gotta save Cocoon. And then they just all like,
That's
go
what-
together.
and
That's
then
what
Sa-
Sarah was telling us.
And then Saz and Vanilla are just like, we're gonna go off to the carnival.
And then like then nothing like.
Then airship.
Then airship. That's when you came in.
That's when I came in.
But at no point did they ever find out like factually what their focus is.
Yeah, they had to have it told to them, which might have saved a
By
lot
their
of
enemy.
which might have saved a lot of time if he wanted them to do that.
But like 20 hours in is when we found. Okay, is it worth?
Are
it?
those dice? Are
Those are the dice monsters.
the fucking dice
Should
monsters
I go down
again?
this hallway?
Kill the fucking dice monsters.
I'm gonna run by them
They're the stupidest.
because I can do this. This is happening because it's
God.
possible. Wow.
Even Snow is, Snow is like, isn't this a dead end?
It is, but like I want. Wow.
Whatever. Since Final Fantasy XIII has skewed a more traditional format in favor of a more controlled experience for the sake of narrative and pacing, good job, by the way. We have to point out that the opportunity to tell a truly compelling story feel like it's been squandered in some respects. To be sure, Lightning's story isn't uninteresting by any stretch. Yes, it is. It is uninteresting.
But there are 2 more games of Lightning Story.
Well, they didn't know that at the time.
I know, but there are
I
now.
mean, at that time, they didn't even know that Lightning is the greatest female character ever made. You know.
The whole time.
Oh well, but it isn't. It certainly isn't above and beyond what we typically expect. This got a 10 out of 10,
It's not above and beyond what we expect, but 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
but we expected perfection, so we got it.
Oh, what? How am I already almost dead again?
Apparently these things do shit tons of damage.
So I think the only problem with Vanilla is that what's it called? Saboteur is way worse
The buffs, yeah,
than buffs. Oh, I'm gonna die.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm literally going to die right now.
Yeah, heal.
P.S. It's beautiful. Ever since Final Fantasy VII, the series has been known for gorgeous CG cutscenes, and finally playing a Final Fantasy game where the in-game graphics aren't distractingly uglier compared to the CG cutscenes is pure joy.
Okay, I know that they're known for great CG cutscenes, but seriously?
Like that's what it is. Like,
But that's what it's become. It's just we can make it like CG cutscenes all the time.
like
but-
this is
But
It's just all CG cutscene.
But instead of actually making a good game, we just make a pretty game.
See, like, if this was a normal game, after going down this long, excruciating hallway, there'd be something cool. Oh, maybe there is.
No, there's a side boss. Oh god, it's this thing again.
Okay, so it's almost done.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm actually impressed there's a side boss. Like, I'm legitimately impressed that like...
Alright.
I'm legitimately impressed you're gonna die.
The in-game graphics are so good that it's not always obvious whether a cutscene is CG or in-game. You can still tell, of course, but we often found ourselves checking for indicators like hair movement to figure it out. The graphics are the most instantly apparent aspect of Final Fantasy XIII's polish, but there are so many other indicators that point to an absolutely meticulous... You just died, didn't you?
It's one-shotted me. I was at max health, right?
Yeah. It just did like 2,000 damage.
I think this is a good point they're making here. But there are so many other indicators that point to an absolutely meticulous attention to
Turn
detail.
around and leave.
I'm gonna try one more time. I have to.
For
Like, that
one-
just happened.
For one, the menus are the most gorgeous menus of all time for any game ever. We dawdled around switching back and forth between character status screens, admiring their beauty. And it never got old. Beyond that, it's amazing that in a game of this scope we found absolutely nothing even remotely buggy or glitchy. Something that's fairly rare to be able to say about a current gen game.
It's really hard to make bugs and glitches when you have about 4 systems.
Yeah, when you don't have any...
Or
sort of-
any control.
When you have no gameplay...
It's impossible. I can't. This is it's not a fight. Like, it starts and then he just does that and it's over. Like,
Okay, this is the last part of this review. Is it better than Star Ocean: The Last Hope? I don't know, have either of you guys played Star Ocean?
I played one.
It's a lot like Tales,
Yeah,
except for with one player.
it's not
Okay.
that like Tales.
Yes.
Yeah, it
The
is.
combat system's significantly.
It's
I'm fighting the robots.
Okay,
again.
so is it better than Star Ocean: The Last Hope? Yes. We love Star Ocean's cool science fiction story and aesthetic, and its real-time battle system was engaging and still surprisingly strategic, despite being so fast-paced. But after a while, it's ridiculously few and far between save points, and overly huge, tedious dungeons and grinding were enough to worry even the most die-hard JRPG fan. You know, those are some actual gripes. The dungeons being too big and not enough save points. Fine. Does that make it Final Fantasy XIII better than it? Oh, hell no. Oh, God, no.
But there's so many save points.
Yeah,
Look
there's-
how many
there's
save
a
points
lot of
there
save
are.
points. Although I do have to go through all this entire hallway before I get to another save point.
Look how there's no penalty for death either, except for doing it again.
That's true. There is literally absolutely it's just nothing. This is nothing matters the game.
Okay. They brought up how polished the game was. That's all this game is. It's just polish.
It's on nothing.
Yeah, they had nothing underneath it, so it's just polish.
It's the polish a turd thing.
Yeah. Is it better than White Knight Chronicles? Oh, hell yes. White Knight Chronicles had an ambitious vision, but the final product feels completely unfinished, bland, boring, and even buggy at times.
In White Knight Chronicles, you play as the main your created character is the main character's sidekick.
Really?
Yes.
Actually, have you guys played? I mean, so you played White Knight Chronicles?
No, I haven't played it.
Oh. I wanted to ask
I
how-
know I was bored as shit watching it though.
Oh, really?
Okay, so
Because the concept of it seemed really cool. It's like, I don't know, it was like a...
I can get you a copy if you want to borrow it if you don't leave immediately.
I guess I should find out where
Yeah, tell us when.
But why are they all healing?
it might be going too far to say that the
Self-destruct.
short, cliche
Great.
story campaign was a piece of crap, and the online multiplayer took that piece of crap and barfed on it. But it was certainly a disappointment. Oh, it might be going too far to say that. But it certainly was a disappointment. The custom avatar you create at the start of the game feels awkwardly wedged in during the story mode. The other characters don't even acknowledge him or her. And the multiplayer mode, the whole reason the
You should
avatar creation was necessary, doesn't even allow you to use night powers, taking away the only
Did you
remotely
just die to
distinguishing
bombs?
feature of the game.
Yeah, that happened. That just happened.
Is it better than Final Fantasy X? No, but it isn't worse. So it's not better than Final Fantasy X, but it's not worse either.
Maybe that was the 10 they gave it. It's...
don't make us choose. Both have excellent battle systems that each improve on the ATB base. Final Fantasy X has some better characterization in the relationship between Titus and Yuna, but then again, there's no one as annoying as Wakka in Final Fantasy XIII.
What?
People who love the romance aspect of Final Fantasy X will be disappointed if Final Fantasy XIII lacks a strong romantic element.
But Wakka's Wakka.
Who's Wonka?
And he's
Wakka was the
he's
Blitzball
guy.
Oh, Wonka was the biggest bro in the entire world.
And he had the most destructive weapon.
Yeah.
That would instantly kill any flying enemy.
Like,
I mean, I didn't know about that glitch, so.
It's not a glitch.
it's not a glitch.
Why is someone healing like 65,000 at every moment?
What are you talking about?
You can't beat bombs.
I can't.
They do 2,000 damage when they blow up.
I don't know what to do.
Like, okay, Final Fantasy 13 or Final Fantasy X had some problems, which is like bad voice acting at times,
Yeah.
and this
Ah.
and a convoluted story. But it's Final Fantasy; they all have convoluted stories.
Convoluted stories is kind of a
It's
staple of Final Fantasy.
To be fair, the laughing scene is intentionally terrible.
I mean,
Yeah.
that is its point.
It's supposed to be terrible, but
Doesn't
even
make it any less terrible.
It doesn't make it any less awful. Yeah.
All right, next save point, we're done. The review is over.
Yeah, the review is over.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Like they didn't make the game look good. They're just like, yeah, people are saying this, but we didn't think so.
It's not as bad as everyone says.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Okay, I'm gonna look to see what the biggest name is.
Oh, they just buffed themselves a lot.
Biggest name under
There were 43 out of like 50 reviews were positive
On what, Metacritic?
on Metacritic. Out of 54, 43 of them were positive.
Thanks, Metacritic.
That's not Metacritic's fault.
I know.
Metacritic just collects all the reviews.
I know, it's everyone else.
Like Metacritic is a problem. Oh my god, 3 places gave it 100%.
Game Informer gave it a 93.
Game Informer gave it a 90.
Well,
Which
Game
Game
Informer-
Informer always goes high because they're also GameStop.
Yeah, exactly. Like, everyone knows like, there's no, like,
One Up.
objective, like,
One Up.
review company.
One Up.
I don't know what One Up is.
It was a magazine.
The
Until-
official
Did
Xbox
it go out of
magazine.
business, though?
Okay, the official Xbox magazine. 90.
Yeah, One Up went out of business.
Yeah, because why? Because the people wouldn't buy their ad space because they were giving legitimate reviews.
No, they weren't giving legitimate reviews.
No, it's because their magazine wasn't selling. And
Because people didn't care about their reviews. That's why.
Whatever. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, the Microsoft Xbox World gave it a 90.
Why? When was it released on the
RPG
Xbox?
Gamer gave it a 90.
IGN gave it an 89.
IGN sucks.
Yeah.
That's a big one though.
It's huge.
Yeah, but it's clearly a bought out thing. Like, no one's
GameSpot gave it an 85. And GameSpot is actually, they generally go lower than other people.
So I am about to die. Come on, get him off me. Get this dude off me, Flick.
IGN UK gave it an 80. So they're better than the other IGN. Giant Bomb gave it a 60.
Giant Bomb's pretty trusted.
Like that, I think, is a bit too high, but okay.
I mean, it's the lowest.
It doesn't
we've seen.
break randomly.
Yeah,
That shouldn't be 60.
that shouldn't be 60.
It should be 30. It doesn't break randomly.
Yeah.
Okay, is it fun? Yeah. Okay, then it can be above 50. If it's not fun, it shouldn't be above 50.
So this should not be above 50.
This shouldn't be above 50. Like, this is not a fun game.
You should. I don't know what you should kill first.
I like.
I don't think you are gonna get any kills.
Makes fucking sense.
Maybe it was so perfect, we wouldn't be chomping at the bit to shut it off.
God, I just want to be done with it so much.
Watch, you're gonna come back and be like, "We should play Final Fantasy 13." And you're gonna be like, "Yeah, we should." Then you'll turn it on and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I max leveled."
5 stars, baby.
There we go. 5.
Remember,
Oh my god.
max leveling means getting every paradigm up,
Yeah.
Oh, please don't be a boss.
every roll up. It's gonna be so fucking annoying.
Some kind of
Story.
That was a horrible face turn or whatever.
Oh god, this is the entrance to the dungeon. We just started the dungeon.
Yeah, that was the world map, bro.
Dude, merchants new merchandise available.
Thank God. I was wondering. I don't know what I want to say. Yay me.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna stop this now.